Yo, you were tuned in to another episode of the 3% Show, but today I'm doing something a little bit different. When I was younger, I used to always want to learn how to DJ, following DJ Shy, watching Q&M, watching movies like Juice, and I always thought that when I make it big, I would have just because parties. Like, wouldn't announce it, just let the joint pop up. So instead of doing pop-up shows, I'm gonna call these just because pop-up shows. And the first person I thought about putting on here was this young lady, Miss Phynza from Ohio. No, I'm just playing.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to go ahead and show her some love. Known her for about a year and a half, possibly through great mutual friends. And I saw that she started her voyage, and I started seeing friends, come out to support her and tell her keep pushing. So I thought it was super dope because the only thing I know about her is that she likes her coffee. She likes her different kinds of creams every day. So, Miss Phynza, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Hello. So my name is Phynza. I'm from Ohio, born and raised. Go Buckeyes, go Buckeyes. I've always been artsy, crafty. I've always been into the arts. While kids were going on summer trips and outside, I'm in the house painting, I'm knitting. I just always been a different type of person as far as craftiness goes. So that's pretty much my lane these days is DIYing and everything arts and crafts. And I'm that type of person, I'll try anything once just to see, like, can I really do this? Can I dig deeper? What can I do? So that's who I am. And I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to, show the world what I could do.
Always, man. We try, like I said before, watching your progression, watching you take a leap of faith, that was more important to me than, people just talking about it. Because as you know, I'm taking a leap of faith by doing this, and I don't even pub myself, because I'm a humble person. To me, I hate doing the whole build a brand thing. I would rather show and prove. So one of the reasons why I brought you on is actually you are hilarious. That's number one. In the morning, you're a great parent to your kids from hearing conversations and watching some of your posts. When did you discover that art was really your thing, as far as just having that art gene?
Probably around middle school, high school. I always would drift back into, spending my free time in the art room, freestyling and playing and other things and just trying to see what I could come up with. Wouldn't always be the best at it, but would just always fly with it. Like, let's just see what I could do. And it was very therapeutic for me. I learned that it was very much so like my happy place,
Okay.
And once I kind of latched onto that, I was like, I know I can always come back to art some way or another.
Right, that's your happy place, huh?
Yes, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, I'm actually an artsy kind of person too. I'm just an artistic person. I can draw. If you don't use it, you lose it. But it's just I like things. Down here, I'm trying to get all the artists and painters and more to be on shows like this because I think that Friends used to always say, you're not starving artists. You just need the opportunity and platform to put your stuff out. So I encourage people like you. So let's talk about these products that you have. I don't know if you have any to display, but tell us about what you are.
Got some things. I got some things nearby.
Okay, wait a minute. What's your zodiac sign? Because I know you be deep and spiritual in the energy.
Oh, okay. Yes. So I'm gonna give you my big three. Okay. So my sun is a Libra. I'm a Libra. I'm born October 16th. I just celebrated my 32nd birthday.
Okay, happy belated.
Yes. And then I am a Taurus moon and a Sagittarius rising. So.
Okay, so tell me, break that down one time for the one time. Because I didn't know I could be three. I just know when I say my zodiac sign, people say I'm a hoe or something. I don't know. And yes, the kids are home. So if you see her moving her lips and she ain't talking, We got it under control. We're gonna keep moving. Look at that parent out. Look at that. She look like a parent talking about she gonna hold the church finger. It's okay to walk away. So anyway, like I said, you never know what's gonna happen when you do these pop-up shows in the Just Because show. And again, I do it because I truly I just want to get people out there like that. You know, I've had people in my lifetime tell me that I'm great. And, you know, sometimes you just don't believe until the right people tell you so. I'm in the position because I have great sissies down here in Houston and back home. And that's what I'm doing. So, oh, look at that.
And I'm back, just like that.
Let them lead you. Let them lead you. Let them lead you.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yes, so there is a big three. So it's based on the placements of the planets and a lot of the alignments. And so your sun is, you know, based on your actual birth date, the month and day. And then you have your time, and you also have your literally longitude and latitude of your place of birth. And those make up your big three. Between those big three, it is going to be your ego, how you see your inner self, and how everyone else sees you. So yeah, oh, it's intense. It gets intense. That's a whole nother episode. Yes.
They're saying they're in retrograde, and I'm like, I don't know, but everybody's blaming, and people drinking moon water, and
they're doing everything they can to protect themselves because it's just that wild out here. It's just that wild out here.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I know it seems a little funny. Uh-oh, she about to walk off. Caller, are you there? Hey, Sugarfoot. It's okay. Take your time. I ain't never changed a diaper in my life. I don't even know what it is. I ain't never changed a diaper. Don't leave me home with your kids. It's a terrible tragedy. They booty gonna be itching by the time you pick them up. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, my bad. So yeah. And if you're watching this, we're probably in the live chat too. So anytime that I record some, whenever I release it, I make it a premiere. So this young lady will be able to respond to people. She can laugh and joke when she tell her friends and family. So check this out.
Absolutely.
The reason why I asked about that, because I see the products that you have, and I'm thinking you're into energy, correct?
Absolutely. Big on it.
So you're so real, you're real about it. And that's the reason why I wanted to ask you about your big three. Well, I didn't even know you had a big three. Ron, D Wade, and Bosch. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Gotta take it back to the classics. We can't do this new age stuff. I can't do the new age.
Everything is trending. I'll tell you where that fake, you know, I know cats that got moon rocks and stuff. I mean, shit, if it's gonna get the earthy chick, then you know, we just gonna play along. We're gonna act weird too.
That's what they're gonna do.
Absolutely. So tell us about some of the products that you are doing. Tell us about when did you decide to do your own thing? Because you have people that, you know, it's kind of in style on certain levels, but I believe in the person that you are, because you give it to a straight no chaser. Yeah, you're respectful and classy. So what made you want to venture off, and what made you decide on doing these things?
So it was earlier this year, and I will say a little bit of a preview during like the height of our lockdown last year. You know, you start finding other ways to bide your time. Like, okay, we're not doing too much else, guys. You get enough of Netflix and eating and sleeping and working from home. And I started to kind of, you know, art always calls on me, honey. I just drift my way on back home. So I started really digging deeper into that, and I kind of started poking around at different things, and strangely enough, beads kind of just called my name, and I ignored it about a month. It called my name again. And I was like, girl, you ain't got the time. You ain't got the time, the resources, the energy, nothing. And then the third time I said, all right, I give up. I'm gonna just go see what I can find. You know, I'm gonna start doing my research. I'm gonna start looking into it. And it started like in March, and it just kept going, and it kept going. And I went from having this cute little corner in my bedroom to sacrificing my dining room and moving my entire, now it's like my friends call it my craft studio. You know, it's everything. It's a lot. It's tons of stuff going on, you know, and that was quick. It did not take long before we got here. I will tell you, it did not take long. No.
Absolutely. So you're doing the beading. What else
Yes.
you got up your sleeve? What else?
So we have, we do beading, and another thing that I do that's actually kind of like my underdog, which has just taken off. I've had to now expand. It is my bath and spa line. So I do homemade bath and spa products. So, you know, you've got, yes. So I'm talking about a whipped,
like, so
I gotta listen. I'm talking about a whipped body. So just, it's just a nice, fluffy, you know, soft aroma, nothing strong. I do like to keep it kind of on the earthy herbal side of things. I want to kind of give it the nice holistic feel. I have milk and honey bath soaks. You know, we have shower steamers, which what they do is as the steam kind of generates in your shower, it lets off this aromatherapy, you know, so you kind of have that going on. So not everybody has time to take a bath, okay? Not everybody has time to light the whole candle moment and soak, but it kind of gives you that good aromatherapy session while you're in the shower. I do sugar scrubs, you know, and it's honestly taken off really fast. You know, I got told once, like, girl, you ought to be slapped. I said, why? What did I do? They said, girl, the sugar scrub.
Sugar scrub?
Oh, the sugar scrub. Yes. Yes. And we just did a vanilla and brown sugar scrub. Oh.
Okay.
It is joy. It is joy. Yes. So that has been what I've been putting a lot of my time into, developing that. It always started off with just, you know, a few things, you know, and then it grows, you know, and then your client base starts saying, well, what else you got, you know, and you go, oh, okay, let me see what else is up my sleeve, you know. And it's been so enjoyable for me because I did not want the pressure of coming into it going, I have to succeed. I have to be able to do this. I have to meet this. These are certain goals that I have to meet. I had to remind myself that this is what makes you happy. This is your happy place, you know, and as long as you're here, you're going to be okay. You know, it'll work itself out because people see you're passionate about what you do. You know, they'll take you seriously. They know that it's just not your hobby. It's just not your fling, you know, that you really do put your heart into it.
And that's important because I think that, like, when you do things for the real of it, like this, I genuinely love this. I genuinely love just hearing people's perspective, where their mind are. You know, I think in today's society, we take people so face value without getting to know a person. That Facebook doesn't get people in trouble. It's what you put on Facebook and on social media. So people do have the right to prejudge you in some kind of ways. But, you know, I've always been the type of person that, like, smiled, laughed, no matter if it was good or bad going on, if I was worried, if, you know, you just keep moving. So absolutely. You know, you cracked me up starting with tell us about your infatuation with your cream in coffees.
Listen, it's okay. So it started originally at work. Okay, so I work in a medical office. I'm a doctor scheduling supervisor, but we're on a big scale. That's 40 of them. So it's hectic. It's stressful, and I started kind of leaning on coffee heavily. And then, you know, we kind of started noticing, like, have you ever been paying attention to these coffee flavors out here, you know? And then we said, all right, well, let's start a little coffee club. So that's how it started. And then it started to be, okay, what else can we find? And then it was the creamers. So then it was Funfetti, and then it was Fruity Pebble. I got cookies and cocoa and sugar cookie in the kitchen right now. One of my big time favorites, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I remember you lost your stuff when you saw that.
Yes, I
do remember that one.
It was everything I needed it to be. I was elated. And so, I mean, literally, I watch for what's going to come out next. That's literally all I do. I go, what's going to come out next? And, you know, we come up with these crazy combinations, from the coffee flavors to the creamer flavors. And yes, I'm a connoisseur at this point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now tell me this about the waist beads, because you know, fashion is my thing. I'm a fashionista. You know,
Right, right.
Plato's Closet, making it look brand new because it's the first time I wore it. So
Period.
these Levi's, these Walmart jeans, I'll tell you, these still little $10 jeans.
It ain't what you got on, it's how you wear them.
Absolutely. So I just wear a shirt that's a little bit long so they can't see the W for the Wranglers. Anywho, so getting to these waist beads, I'm excited about this because I personally think it's an attractive thing. You know, I think accessories make outfits, period.
Yes.
For me. The waist bead, I have to ask you because you a Philly, you a stallion. But do you have the line for the full and fine? I don't say BBW. I think that's so.
I do. I do.
Full and fine ladies.
I do. So I believe. Let me kind of explain the waist bead journey in itself. So it did start originally as a West African culture. That's where it originated from, and we've kind of, I won't necessarily we've driven away from that or we've lost our way, but we have learned to find new meaning with it.
Okay.
And so a lot of women you see, they use it to track weight loss. People say it helps you lose weight. No, but it helps you kind of track where your, you know, as far as physical awareness is. If your beads ride up, you know, you might have been a little bloated. You might be a little heavy. If your beads drop, it means you've lost some weight.
I didn't know.
Yes. So you may see, you know, women doing that because, you know, sometimes the first thing that they want to say is why she got on waist beads. Mind your business. Worry about yourself. Mind your business. Don't worry about her.
Right.
You know, and so, and also for others, it's a spiritual journey, you know, and for some, it's for self-empowerment. You know, a woman could put on a strand of beads and suddenly she's like, oh, you know, okay, you know, femininity, all of it. It's everything that embodies that. And so, you know, when I got into it, I was like, yes, I remember like my first strand, I got it for my birthday a couple of years ago. I still have it. And I remember just following it so closely and going, I need to get more. But I didn't just want to get them anywhere.
Correct.
I didn't want just anyone to sell me waist beads, you know, because I'm such a firm believer in such energy. I didn't feel like it should just come from anybody. And so it would depend on, you know, who was selling them. And if I felt that energy was genuine. And if I didn't, I wouldn't make the purchase. You know, I would just
kind of make a conscious effort to put your all and your best foot forward in your product.
Absolutely.
Behind what you're doing.
Exactly. So it's all inclusive. It's meant for everybody. If you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you what to do. You know, you tell me what you think you're into. I'm going to help you, kind of guide you into your first purchase. You know, what maybe would be your best suggestion. Maybe you aren't sure right now. Here's some things to consider, you know, moving forward. Because a lot of people really, they just have no clue. And then you have others who are like, I have fallen in love and I'm stuck here and now I'm ready to take off, you know. Yeah. You see the ladies who have on maybe just a strand, and then you got some, my beading mentor, she has currently 16 strands on right now. I currently wear 7.
I'll take this over toe rings. The whole toe ring thing, it didn't do it.
It's a little, it has its own accent, but it's not going to be a good fit, obviously, if you're kind of like not into feet. If you don't even appreciate pretty feet, you know, you're like, ugh, it's feet, then you're not going to care about some toe rings. But I'll tell you this much. Nice. It looks nice. But if you are not someone who really cares for feet, you're going to be like, yeah, take it or leave it. But I tell you this much, regardless of what that waist look like, the waist beads on that thing.
Okay. Show you right.
You don't understand that assignment, you feel me?
You understood all that energy. All that energy percolating. He didn't know what happened when he walked by. Turning brothers into Andre 3000. These thugs crochet braids, crochet hats.
Tap your neighbor and say, neighbor.
All right, so you got little products here. So show us what you're working with. What's going on? Oh, those are fancy. I like the colors.
Okay, you're right.
Hmm.
And I have honestly a whole rack of strands, and I sometimes will go with what season we're in, right, and kind of follow those palettes.
Hmm.
Sometimes I also just go for just unique color waves and things that I see as well. So I honestly, I'm all over the place. I also did for my birthday as kind of like a self-love adornment set, if you will. I made some thigh beads. And so these sit on the thigh.
I ain't seen those yet.
Yes, yes. Yes. So these sit on the thigh.
Okay.
And so I've been, trekking away. And I get into a lot of different pop-up shops and things, and you meet so many different people, people who don't even know anything about waist beads, but suddenly now are intrigued, now they're
Cool.
following along and they get into it. And so that's been fun because there's a lot of like enlightening that comes with it.
Right. And I think it's important too because I'm not mad at anybody's hustle, number one. I'm not mad at anybody who is just artistic. And I'm not mad at anybody that does it for the love of it. So at least I'm glad that you were able to. Well, I'm glad I asked that question about your zodiac sign because people that are listening know that you're coming from a good place of heart. You do it for a reason. Okay, hold on right quick. Hold on. She on me. See, look, I'm telling you, I was raised with 5 sisters. I know that look. Run for your life. Run. Run. Okay, but again, this is Phynza Savage. She is very intelligent, good-hearted person. What you see is what you get. Again, she's the first person that I chose to do the Just Because pop-up show because I felt that she deserved it. And I remember when she took her leap of faith, started this voyage, she she made an announcement and friends and tribe all showed up. So I just wanted to give her the opportunity to speak freely about things. And we're back. Caller, are you there?
I'm here live and ready.
All right. And one of the last questions do have for you. Speaking of the body butters and scrubs, you're keeping it earthy. Is that because of sensitive skin and more?
Yes, I wanted it to be inclusive. You'll learn that a lot of people don't want anything to do with bath products because of the heavy, harsh fragrances, the
Mhm.
artificial scents and things. You'll notice a lot of people have a lot of skin sensitivities, whether it's eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, there's all these different types of inflammations. And when you go into the store and you're trying to find a bath product, you'll find that a lot of them have harsh chemicals or harsh fragrances that don't do anything but aggravate your current, condition. So it's not helpful at all. So that's been one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to keep a very natural tone. Now it's not all just like woodsy and, chamomile and lavender, but I wanted to keep it as natural as possible so that everyone could possibly enjoy it. There's definitely health benefits to those, that could nourish and alleviate some of those symptoms that people have when it comes to skin conditions as well. Like my milk and honey soak, it helps with eczema because it alleviates some of that inflammation. It's made with whole milk powder. So the whole idea of that is that it's going to kind of alleviate and reduce some of the flare-ups that people have from some of those skin conditions. Because once they flare, you get itchy. And obviously now it's starting to kind of cool off certain parts. And as it gets colder, it becomes more harsh on the skin. So
Okay.
health benefits matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what. Um, I've held you for about 30 minutes. And I appreciate you, number one, for me being the first podcast that you're on.
Yes, this is going down in the books, honey.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me this, do you have any shout outs to anybody that you just want to say thank you for or inspiration or, you got the floor right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So I do want to say thank you absolutely to my friend and mentor, Shelby. She's like the first person that really embraced me when I said I wanted to start making these beads and I wanted to start really getting into this as a business and not a hobby. She was one of the first people to really kind of show me what works, what doesn't, and kind of help me find my way. So shout out to her. Shout out to my tribe, Jamila, Kels, Masanya, shout out to SFP. I've had so many people that have always encouraged me to just keep going when I'm just like, look, maybe the energy is telling me right now it's not time. And they're like, go for it, go for what you know. So definitely shout out to SFP. That's tribe, all day. Also shout out to my Libra sister. Her birthday's exactly a week before mine. My Libra sister, Carolyn. She's amazing. She has actually volunteered to come to my pop-up shops with me, and she helps me man my table. Sometimes I'm very overwhelmed with customers and I can't see and tend to everyone, and she helps smooth those things over, and she's absolutely a motivator. So shout out to her as well. Those have been that's like my support system really right now. Is they've been helping me keep going and keep pushing. So without them, I probably would have slowed up somewhere. They remind you to keep it going. So shout out to them for sure.
Super dope. And for those that's listening, because I'm going to start adding things on Anchor so it can be talk radio, because I understand a lot of people don't have the time to watch YouTube and more. Shout out your information. Where can they find you at?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm on Facebook. We do have our page there. That is Celestial Soul Gallery. That's CELESTIAL Soul SOUL Gallery on Facebook. Also Celestial Soul Gallery on Instagram. If you need to give us a quick little email, see what's going on, see what we have, you can definitely do so at celestialsoul614@gmail.com. We also are on Etsy, where you can make those purchases as well, Celestial Soul Gallery, and on Facebook as well through the Facebook store. So we do have some options, and the website is coming soon. It is coming soon. I hope to have that here right in time for the holidays. So it is on the way.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Ms. Phynza, I think your name is it's funky. I can dig it.
I
can dig it. And so I can have so many bars with Phynza. The Menta. No, I'm gonna scratch that.
Nah, he's alive. I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna cut it there.
But hey, I truly appreciate it. I ain't gonna be before you long. I just appreciate you giving me your time today. I thank the kids for allowing you to have this time.
Listen,
because you did some big bar and dealing. I can see it. I can see
some willing and dealing. You know what I'm saying?
These people watching.
Hey, listen. 1 second.
Well, I tell you what. For those who aspire to be on the show, or like I said, I do this because I want to give people their flowers. I want to give people voices who at times won't speak up, and I do it because I acknowledge and I pay attention to people. So again, I appreciate you being on my first Just Because pop-up show. I think it's kind of dope. I'm going to do more. And you just keep doing what you do every day of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. This was enjoyable for sure. And I reach out to everyone else. Do it. Hop out there, take the time. It's amazing. I definitely enjoyed myself, and you're dope. Who wouldn't want to? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fancy. This mighty fancy. I don't have a dope outro or anything, but you just hold on right quick. I got you. Hold on, please. And we're out. Fucker out. You good?
Good.
All right. How do you feel?
I feel good. That was cool.
All right.